This is a small introductory video to show you how you can use the app and get the most benefit out of this. First, I'd like to just give you a general view of the first page, which the top part of which shows the latest pollen count update. I usually will post those daily during the allergy season. You have the option of clicking on the plus sign over the image, and that will usually open up a share box that you can share this if you need to with on Facebook, specifying whether you're gonna share it to yourself or just to the public or just your friends or certain friends. So I'm gonna cancel that, discard the post. This takes you back to the app again. The second part of the first screen shows you the daily weather or the current weather for your location. You have to have location services enabled in your device to be able to see that. It also provides for information about weather for the next few days. You certainly have the option to click on the Weather Underground logo shown here, and that will take you further out into the Weather Underground website that will allow you to see a more fine detailed weather forecast at this point. So clicking on the X will close that. The third part shown under here in the first page is one of the main functions of this app, which shows the levels of pollen for trees, molds, grasses, ragweed, and weeds, with the levels either absent, low, medium, or high. It's represented by the different colors to indicate severity, as well as a bar on the right side with a triangle to give you a more visual explanation of that. You can also see above that date of that last reading. In addition to that, there are two different columns here showing the ozone and the dust particles. These are obtained from the EPA, and if you click on the information button here, it just explains the source of these information, which represents the air quality index based on the ozone levels and particulate matter. The final part of the main page, as you can see, it indicates a toggle switch which allows patients with of our allergy shot practice to see their barcode to enable for easy check-in. And just to show you how that works, this is accessible first from the shots page or the shots tab at the bottom. A code provided by us to that particular person will allow to enter that number. I guess it can also be used for any other barcode that you want to save. People have the option to save 4 barcodes. So by tapping on the top here, you'll be entering other numbers. You are limited to 5 numbers because that's the numbers we use in our practice. So again, up to 4 of those, and they are digit numbers. So once especially the first one is entered, the 25368 in the first column here, when we go back to the home page, you're gonna see that same one is entered. The app will save that with no need for re-entry again. For those of you who do not need this, they just have to make sure that you can toggle it off and just save some space on the first page. We're still on the main page. The second tab on the main page is a YouTube channel, and this is at this point work in progress, where it will pull specific videos that will incorporate information about allergy. It will also have some instructions on use of various devices like what it says patient instruction, as well as account payment instruction for our patients. This video is being added, so there will be a fourth section, which is to include instructions on using our app. So clicking on one of these, like patient instruction, this will open a list of videos, and this is a list that is continuously updated, and hopefully will be useful for our allergy patients. And we'll talk about use of certain inhalers, medications, and in the last example here, for instance, how to deal with certain patients with eczema or dermatitis. So clicking on that will open up our YouTube link here that explains about the clicking back on the home tab at the top will take you back to the list. Again, going to different lists, you'll be able to see different information, different videos, and this is an area again that we will be updating on a frequent basis. We'll probably get you some notifications when new videos are added as well. The third tab here on the top represents the history of recent posts. These are the posts that you see on the first tab. The first one is the latest one that you have, and you only see one of those. But on the third one here, you'll be able to see the history of going back, for the last few weeks. I generally will tend to include some pictures, either microscope or live ones, and clicking on any of the plus sign here, for instance, will open up a larger view of the picture itself with the actual report. Again, this is a web view from exactly as it appears on Facebook, where this post is placed. And if you click on the view full size here, you just see a full size of the image. Again, to get back to the app, you just have to click on the X on the top, and that will take you to the same screen. Furthermore, on the top line here, you have, if you are one of our Facebook fans, you should see this, that you have liked us. If not, it will tell you to option to like, and if you click on it, it will take you into this page, which shows you the number of people who like our Facebook page. Again, in my case, it says unlike because it's already liked. If you have not, it will ask you to like it if you wish, and then if you go back, it will take you back to the app itself. The nice, again, I do like the part that you'll be able to see the images and can see them in a much larger size, that you can take a look at those. The fourth tab is a recent addition, which represents Twitter functionality. These are our Twitter feed for the hashtag of hashtag DR Safadi. So generally I try to remember most of the time to include that hashtag with the daily post. So if people retweet or post it or like to comment on anything on that regard, then using the hashtag DR Safadi certainly would allow them to see that as well. So again, these are all fall under the home page, and basically going through the four tabs from the top. The second tab at the bottom is our offices, and it includes on the right hand side some mileage calculation as far as the distance you are from each of these locations based on your current location. So clicking on one of these will open up a more detailed view, which give you some images on the top as far as just an idea of what the office looks like. The second, there is a row beneath those images, which if you click on directions, for instance, it would ask you to, if you would like to go to Apple Maps on an iPhone or a Google Map on an Android, so that it can give you driving directions and we found that way to be the best way to use the native devices abilities as the best way for you to get that information. Next to that is a call button, of course, and if you it will allow you to dial out, as you can see. Email button will allow you to send an email to any person you like, indicating where this office is located. Again, we're going to delete this. And the save functionality allow you to add information on this office to your contacts, and again we'll always ask you for permission to do that before this. So again, beneath that you'll see the actual physical address listing as well as our regular shot hours, and also again for the second time you'll see the distance on the right side of 1.9 miles in this case. The weather information is a fixed information. It's not based on your location. It's based on our office location. It tells you what the current weather in their area is and what to expect over the next few days, especially if you're coming from far and you'd like to know what the weather in that location is going to be like. It will give you a quick view of that. Beneath that is a small map again that shows you your current location and how it relates to the actual location of itself of the Sylvania office. It has the same functionality as clicking on the directions button on the top. So in this case, I'm going to clear that. So we finished the first two tabs at the bottom. Going to the third tab, which says shots, and we kind of went over that. This is primarily again for allergy shot patients. You can add a name to that person, and it will show in that tab, especially if you have different people or families that get shots at the same time. You can certainly add different people's name there. So the fourth and the last option in the app is the alerts button, and it has a list of our various locations that we have. When they're turned on, we will send at some time alerts or notifications for special hours, special holiday things, and other stuff that relates to that particular location only. So if you live in closer to the Lima office, you just need to have all of these turned off, and then just Lima is on. This is set to be auto-saved, so you don't have to do anything next time unless you uninstall the app and reinstall it. You don't have to come to this page again. If you wish to turn it off at any time, you have the option to do so. We have Petersburg at the bottom is not a location at this point, but we added that. We have some plans, hopefully in the near future, to open that, and when that happens, that would be turned on as well. So the app also has the set in it daily notifications during the allergy seasons or alerts that match exactly what you're seeing in the first box here on the home page. So that same message will come to you once I post it, usually in the morning during the allergy season, and our Eastern time here in Ohio, and you'll be able to either open the app at that time and have the option to see the images and at least know what's going out with regards to the pollen and mold counts during that day. So I hope this has been helpful for you. Please feel free to leave comments if you like, or suggestions. We are always in the process of trying to improve things and add new features, and always look forward to getting your feedback. So thank you, and hopefully you find this app useful for managing your allergies and your allergy issues. Thank you.